like for long periods of time because like look,
Yeah.
so much arm left.
No, it's fuck all.
I'm dowsing right now.
I mean, you walked in and burst into bloodiness.
Yeah, bro.
That was weird.
Like I just whitened this hoodie too.
Yeah. Have you thought about like I know peanut slabs are good, but nutritionally they're pretty shit ass if that's all you're eating. Have you thought about trying like those 1 square meal blocks?
Yeah,
like-
I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get there.
I just thought because like they pack in a bit more nutrition and shit.
Like, I get it, but then I know I should prioritize it more. But like there are other things to worry about, like
Okay, fair call.
sleeping,
Yeah.
the pain, that sort of
Yeah.
bullshit. So then there's that kind of, you concentrate more on shit like that, and next thing you know, like you kind of forget about the hunger.
Oh yeah.
Because you've got cues to let you know you need to eat,
Yeah.
like by hunger. Like,
Yeah.
but if that hunger never comes,
Yeah.
and that becomes the norm, like if I have one of my like bed spells where I'm like bed for like 3 days straight, like I ain't eating motherfucking I'm not like, it's a peanut slabs,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Peanut slabs are pretty amazing though. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you got to eat something that's chocolate, at least you're getting the best fucking chocolate in the world.
Bro, like, have you started the shit?
Yeah.
Oh, hello
Hello.
everyone.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for the feedback from the last episode, by the way.
Have you gotten some feedback?
Yeah, man. Like,
So, before we go into that, I owe everyone a massive apology because we recorded. Because in the last episode we're like, oh, how many episodes have we done this year? And I'm like, no, we've done more. We had done more. We had done one more, and I uploaded it and I did the blurb and everything, and then I fucking forgot to hit publish because we've changed. Like our host was Anchor and now it's Spotify.
now it's Spotify, yeah.
And the website's just slightly different. And it used to be I got to a certain stage and it was like, you're published. Now there's an extra step. And I keep forgetting there's an extra like button you got to go to. And it's like way up in the corner. Anyway, fucking whatever. I forgot to hit publish. So when I uploaded the last one, it said in draft. And I'm like, why the fuck? And at first I looked at it and I was like, oh man, that last episode only had one listener.
When was this mystery episode?
I can't remember. February, March.
Okay, this whole year's been a blur.
Yeah, it was before Easter anyway, and then we did another one after Easter. So,
But I want to ask you something.
yeah.
How's your mental health?
Up and down, a lot of down recently, more down. To the point where I actually have a doctor's appointment on the 26th of April for another health issue, my ear, and while I'm there, I'm going to talk to the doctor about what medication I'm on and if I should change. Because, so, I'm sure you are no stranger to this, but every medication comes with side effects, right? So, I don't care what it is, there's potential side effects. Even Panadol can have side effects. You know what I mean? So, I was on citalopram and that worked really well, but it had, after a while, the side effects started to build up and they were getting a bit outrageous. And it wasn't working as well. So then they changed me to escitalopram, which was essentially the double the dose but with less side effects. But the side effects it does have is now building up and becoming worse. So now I'm like, well, maybe I need to change again into something else. Yeah, or lower the dosage.
Lower the dosage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have to talk to the doctor, but like, the only problem is with the escitalopram is that again, you're no stranger to this. Like, you can't just stop taking a drug.
Nah, you got to wean off.
Yeah, so if I'm going to change, I'm going to have to go through like a transition from one to the other.
Yeah.
And look, maybe I don't. Maybe they're like, no, just start taking this one.
Yeah, but it's generally like a 3-month turnaround.
Yeah.
Like, because even if you like abruptly stop it, they shouldn't. But you should taper off it, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a tapering off period.
Yeah.
But then it's in your system
For a while.
still for another like 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
You know,
And
so
then
there's
you've got to build up the new one.
and you got to build up the
6
new one at the
weeks.
same time.
Yeah.
And if there's no like complications there, you're way to go. But you're looking at like a 3-month turnaround.
Oh yeah, for sure, and I know that. So I think I'd rather start that now than later.
Would you accept the answer of you need to take more of what you're taking now?
If that's what my doctor recommends, and yeah, I trust my doctor. And if he's like, you need to up it, then that's fine. My question will be like, well, okay, but what are the side effects going to be on like my kidneys?
Yeah, your kidneys are man.
Yeah, so because like, I mean, compared to other people I know, including you, like my kidneys are fine, but compared to normal people, they're not. So I know that, and yeah, that's always my concern and shit.
Yeah.
And that's why I get lots of bloods done, like every 3 months. I get more bloods done to make sure that they're working fine and all that sort of shit, and my liver and all that sort of thing. But yeah, but the side effects aren't on my mental health, they're on my body. So that's what the concern is. But in terms of mental health, like, that's going overall well, but I'm still, like, having massive depression. Like, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, I know when it is, and I feel it and all that sort of shit, but it's not as bad.
Because it's fair to say you've made
less.
some pretty amazing positive changes in your life, the last 12,
for sure.
12 months, right?
Yeah.
And you seem like a different kind of dude because you got a lot of other things going on for yourself, and like it's a happier. I feel like it's a much happier vibe at your house, and
For sure, yeah.
and you got
all
some
that's
cool,
really good.
exciting things, and new exciting things in your life, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't stop.
That doesn't stop the mental health. Like,
I don't think anything will ever stop it. It just makes it easier to handle and more, like, rational. Like, I'm more accepting of it and like, okay, this sucks, but I know this was only for this. Like, I can reason my way through it.
it goes to show you, like, no matter how things are going in your life, you still go through this shit, right? Like,
100%, and I'll probably always go through it.
Can I can ask you something? Like,
Yeah.
You found solace in opening up to Jen when we started this podcast. You got better at opening up by doing
for sure.
that. You guys, and you found that is quite helpful, right?
Oh, 100%.
So now that you're in a thruple, do you have that with Kirsty as well?
100%.
So, like, do you have two go-to people now? Like, are they? Would you consider Jen and Kirsty on the same level?
Yep.
In terms of like opening up to them, and
I tell them both. Yeah.
so does that telling two people instead of what used to be only Jen one person?
Yeah.
Does that like help with the recovery? Help with the, I guess, to help you deal with it better than what you used to? Having two go-to people?
for sure, yeah.
It does?
Because, well, it depends on what it is and how I'm... Okay, so this is funny. So some things I'll tell them both at the same time. So when I found out that the side effects of my medication were causing all these issues, I told them both. I was like, here is the issue. But there's other things I've talked to Jen first about and then Kirsty. And vice versa. There's actually things I've gone to Kirsty with first and then gone to Jen afterwards. But they both find out on the same day.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason being is that, like, each brings a different perspective of it and different reasoning, different life experience, different support, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, to go from like having just Jen to now you got Jen and Kirsty.
Yeah.
So
It's no different from, like...
does that must help, right? Like talking to more than one person.
100%. And I still have you, I still have Morgan, I still have the crew. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all still there. That hasn't changed either. Oh, yeah. I love that song.
Sorry.
No, sweet is. So, yeah, that kind of hasn't changed as well, but, like...
Yeah, I was just wondering from the throuple dynamic.
Yeah,
you know,
it is really good.
It's just amazing how, like, because, man, anyone in a relationship would tell you, like, you add like another woman to the mix.
It's bad.
Right? No, it's not, like, you know, there's a lot of moving parts, right?
Oh, totally.
And this was one of them, what I just asked you, like, in terms of, like, so, like, the fact that, like, you're just adamant right from the jump, you're like, you know, I can talk to both of them on the same level. It's like everything is just like come up Millhouse for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
sure.
Considering like the gauntlet of things of emotions that a long-serving husband and wife have got to welcoming someone into that dynamic, and it's all from the outside looking in, it just all clicks, bro. Like you three are just like dynamite.
I think that's due to Kirsty. Like that's my personal opinion. It's due to Kirsty and her attitude.
I think it's cool.
Her good attitude, like her positiveness and acceptance, and the fact that we all think alike, like shockingly alike. Yeah, to the point where I fucking can't remember what it was, but the other day I said something to Kirsty and fucking like half an hour Jen said the exact same thing to me. I said, oh, did you talk to Kirsty about that? And she's like, no, I just told you. And I'm like, I literally just said that to Kirsty. So, yeah, it works really well, but like there's still stuff like, it works really well. There's nothing I wouldn't tell them both. But there's definitely things I'll go to one of them before the other or vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you miss comedy yet?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a big change from every time I've asked you this question.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're like, you're flicking dirt off your shoulder. You're like, I'm good.
I kind of miss...
And this is the first time you've ever said a little bit.
Kind of miss running material and see if it works.
Spitballing ideas.
Yeah, and I went to, for those listening, Alexander Sparrow and Katie Boyle are a comedy team, and I went to their show. Last week.
I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, and it was nice to...
Where was it?
Square Edge.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, in the little theatre there. It was nice to go to, and it was nice to watch and stuff like that.
I hope I get to see them before they go.
I think we're going to organise something, so...
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That kind of made me want to... So there's always been certain people in comedy who make me want to do comedy when I'm around them.
Yeah.
And when they do comedy, I want to do it too, because I want to see if I can do it better.
Right.
And Alexander Sparrow is 100% one
That's a very good yardstick, eh? Like, I was always like, what's the good word for it? Like, it was like, I think it was about a month in.
Yeah.
When was October was our par bake, so it was about, around November, and we were at the Royal.
Yeah.
And that's the first time, like, seen, and like, Sparrow got up and just, I was like, who the fuck, this guy's a killer.
Yeah.
And I had to like go talk to him, like, bro, you gotta teach me, and then in 2 weeks later he went up and he cut it. He only did like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Because there was that dude there that always was like, there was a gay dude that yelled out the same shit every like,
yes.
Yeah. He was there that night.
Yeah, I remember that night.
So every pause of breath that Sparrow did, like every time he took a breath or end of a sentence, yes. And then like he just got flustered because he was trying new shit, trying to remember old shit.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm out. I've never seen anyone just bow at that point. Because even though it's been a month, I've never seen anyone 2 minutes in, like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is going terribly. And instead of dying like a painful death, like, I'm better than this. Fuck you. It was more like, he might as well just say, fuck you, cunt, and then just drop the mic.
Yeah. So he makes me want to do comedy. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Katie Boyle, I think, is equally as talented, but because she does a character, and I'm not a character comedian, it doesn't have the same effect on me. Whereas Alexander gets up and as himself, and I'm like, I want to do that on the same bill as him. And I really enjoy talking to him about comedy so much. More than anyone else in this world, I love talking to him about comedy the most. Because, we just sort of have the same mindset of what comedy is and all that sort of thing.
I mean, the motherfucker's got a degree. It's in black and white. He's an actual comedic genius.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's amazing. And so seeing him made me want to do it and stuff like that. And Morgs is awesome because he's been like, I told him the other day, I was like, dude, if there's anything coming up, let me know because I just want to run material. And he's like, yeah. And so, like, he even messaged me yesterday or today, I can't remember what it was. And he's like, oh, there's some spots going here and all this sort of shit. So I've been like, oh, that's awesome. But, like, I'm also fucking lazy. I'm not going to Wellington. And it's like, I fucking easily could because I can stay at Kirsty's and stuff like that. But, like, I'm not going to. So, yeah. But
that's a hell of a turnaround from what the last time I was here.
Yeah, but I'm not pushing. Again, it's like, look, if something comes up...
Do you miss comedy? Fuck no. I was like, okay.
If something comes up in town that I can go to easily, is going to cost me nothing, then fuck yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a spot. You know what I mean? Like an old Pete's or something. You know, something of that caliber. But if it's like, either with people I don't want to do a gig with, or I have to go somewhere out of the way, then fuck, I don't want to do it.
Bro, when I first started, a month later was the Comedy Fest, right?
Yeah.
And like, there was the ad that was before the movies.
Oh yeah.
That Nathan voiced.
Yeah.
And like, you know, looking back at it, like everyone was.
Yeah, I was in that ad.
How did the Comedy Hubs get that ad? Are they expensive?
Yeah.
It
was real expensive.
It would be. I
can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was quite a lot. And
I don't know what's quite a lot.
I can't remember. Like, honestly, I wish.
Now, remember one of my bucket list things was to do that slow motion walk.
Yes.
Like a line of people.
Yeah, the Reservoir Dogs walk sort of thing.
Yeah, like
or the Brooklyn Nine-Nine walk.
Yeah, like imagine like doing it was just like you and I, Morgan, Justin, Sparrow.
Yeah, Nathan.
We did like we ran an ad before the movies.
For what? Before you jump?
No, like all of us, like I'd like just a show.
Oh yeah, oh just a show.
Just a show.
I reckon we do it for before you jump.
Yeah. You know, gorilla position.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my mental health at the moment. It's like there's lots of stress going on, but fucking there's always lots of stress in life. So fuck it, you know, I'm not going to count that. But it's ups and downs, and I had some big downs recently, and they were really hard and shit like that. And but fucking still here. So
yeah, because it's the first I've heard of a lot of it.
Yeah.
And it's I felt like I was inclined to ask.
Yeah. So we'll see what the doctor says when I talk to them next week, and I can go from there and that sort of shit.
Okay.
Yeah. You've watched Mania?
I did watch Wrestlemania, yeah.
Do we want to do a quick deep dive on Wrestlemania, or just give a... Hold on, let me ask you this first.
Wrestlemania 40?
Wrestlemania 40, if you had to rate it out of 10, 10 being perfect, 1 being shit ass, what would you give it?
I'll give it a solid 8.5.
Wow, that's the highest score I've gotten so far, and I've asked a lot of people.
Solid 8.5.
That's almost what I gave it. I gave it a bit less. I gave it an 8.2. And the 0.2, purely because Taker. I popped for Taker.
I just think the whole product's so slick now.
It was very well done. There's a few criticisms I have, but they're so minor. Okay, there's two main criticisms I had. One was that some of the matches were just way too long. Do you know what I mean? I just feel they were just far too long.
I'd rather have long matches than put together matches.
Squash
like,
2 minutes.
Than a lot of like 6-man tags and shit. You know, like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a good way to end a story. You know, like a long bout.
Oh, and for some of the matches it's justified, but for some of them it's not.
Because it was outdoors, right? Did you see how cold it was that first night?
It was freezing.
And I was thinking about Sami Zayn getting chest chopped.
Yeah.
And that fucking...
That would have hurt.
Yeah, bro, that would have hurt like hell, man. Like, that shit would already hurt, but if it's freezing cold and you're outside and you're not...
They fucking flick your nipple with that chop.
Oh, man.
Oof, fuck that.
Kelly Clarkson.
The other criticism... What was the other criticism I had? I've actually already forgotten what it was. Some of the matches were too long, and... Oh, okay. This really bothered me, is that Seth Rollins had the title and was up against Drew, but because of the bloodline thing, it diminished the value of that match. It seemed like that match was an afterthought, and I don't think that was fair on Drew Mac, you know what I mean? Or whoever is in that position of the challenger. I don't think it was fair on them that they got fucking, I've got a title match at Mania. Okay, when is it? The first night of night 2, because the other guy in the match is already involved in a match in night 1, and it's the second biggest match. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of devalued the title. Much like when Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan in 30 seconds for the title at Mania, and I was like, that you just shit on the title. You're just shitting on the title to say this title's not important. So, yeah, that was my criticism.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
How do you feel about giving a YouTube search of the week? Like, I don't know, like, I keep getting, like, people, like, my mates from, before comedy, that are into comedy. Sometimes they'll hit me up and they go, give me, like, 3 dudes to look up.
Oh, okay.
Like, and a lot of them don't know who, like, Bill Burr and Louis C.K. and stuff are. They only know, like, just I'm saying, we only watch the black comedians.
Yeah.
Like, in our circle,
I see what you mean.
Cat Williams, Chris Rock, that sort of...
So you want to give an alternative...
Yeah, like something that people can, like, something comedy related that people can, like, look up.
Okay.
Because I'm always looking for new shit to search,
I can easily give you 2 off the top of my head that I've been deep diving the last week and a half.
Well, shout them out.
One is do a YouTube search on John Panay, or John Peanut.
John Panay.
It's obviously, John Panay, but it's about John Peanut.
John Panay. John Benet Ramsey.
Big white dude, like big guy.
Oh, that's not John Benet Ramsey.
No, very funny, very self-deprecating. Talks about being fat. Talks about, like, going to buffets. Like the consequences of being this fat.
What's his name?
Fucking John Benet. John Penay.
I got that in your head now.
You did, motherfucker.
They never caught the killer. Yeah. They never caught the killer.
Yeah. John Penay or John Pennant.
Why would you write such a long-winded ransom note in the house? It was a full A4 page refill.
Yeah, when your ransom note says furthermore,
margin to margin, with this specific number. They never caught John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah, but John Pennant.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. I mean, if brilliant. You want to,
absolutely.
I mean, I'm
brilliant.
Just saying that's it's not comedy, but it's not definitely not funny. But like just John Benet Ramsey YouTube search. I mean, if you want to go down that rabbit hole.
If you want to fall down that rabbit hole, what a hole to fall down.
Yeah, so you got
the other one is
oh, what a hole to fall down.
The other one is Stephen Wright. You've watched Stephen Wright?
No.
Do you remember, you've watched Reservoir Dogs? I don't doubt. So, in Reservoir Dogs, it's the music is being done because they're all listening to this one DJ do the super sounds of the 70s. And he talks in a real monotone voice. That's Stephen Wright. And he's a one-liner comedian. He talks all the way through in just one tone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very funny and very clever. And I have a few of my all-time favourite jokes are from him.
So the 2 names again?
John Panay.
John Panay.
And Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright.
I better check on those names.
Okay.
I would hate to be like, it's this and this. And then I'm like, oh no, wait, it's not.
Well, one of my mates, actually no, it was my cousin, Bruno. I was talking to him today. And he's like at work, bored, and he goes, bro, who's the hottest comedian right now?
Oh, Taylor Tomlinson.
I reckon Shane Gillies.
Oh, you mean it like is on fire or is literally hot to look at?
No, not hot to look at.
Oh, okay, then I withdraw my answer.
Because otherwise, not hot to look at, and I'm like, Shane Gillies.
Yeah, I was a bit like, oh, good for you, bro.
No, I reckon, Shane Gillies. Because he is, he's huge right now.
Yeah, seems to be, eh?
He's all over Joe Rogan podcasts. Like, he's moved to, like, Austin, Texas, where the mothership is, Joe Rogan's club.
Yeah.
He's got another Netflix special. But like when we were talking last year about comedy specials, but new ones.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was a 2-horse race for me, and it was these are the 2 specials I reckon people should watch, and they're on YouTube because they this was before they got a Netflix deal.
Yes.
And it's Andrew Schultz.
100%.
Andrew Schultz and Shane Gillies. His first one when it was live in Dallas, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like those 2, Andrew Schultz and Shane Gillies.
Yeah.
So those are my 2.
Shane Gillies seems to be taking off at the moment.
Those are the 2 YouTubes right now for like anything comedy related, like to watch, like 2 like new cats in the game, like because I know a lot of like my mates and cousins and stuff. They when it's kind of like where my cousin was, just at a point where he's bored, just wanted to go on YouTube. What's like a go-to? Like he wanted to watch like some stand-up comedy. Like what should I search? And it just like you only know as much as you know, right?
Totally.
So instead of like branching out, it's like my cousin like, I was about to watch Chris Rock, Bigger, Badder, Blacker. That's what it was. Like I was just like, what, that shit from '99?
Yeah, which is still a fucking good special.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like I'm just like that's when he's like, who's killing it right now? Like who's someone from like this day and age? And I was like Shane Gillies, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
Although Andrew Schultz, like, sometimes with like these comedians that like go handy on the podcast.
Yeah.
They're 2 different people.
On the podcast and on stage. Totally.
Andrew Schultz is a fucking douche, man.
Oh, on the podcast? 100%.
Such a
I don't
dick.
actually like his podcast
and
at all.
it put like to the point where I'm like, yo, I was putting your special that you did. I just gave it a shout out 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you're a dick. Like, but your comedy on stage, like his stuff it's like I like the way he can just like go back and forth. He can do crowd work really well. That's what blew him up in the first place.
Yeah.
But he's got well written shit. He's got good energy. Like he's funny. Like, but then you see him in these podcasts interviewing people.
Yeah.
Playing this character, but it's just like.
Yeah.
I'm like, like sometimes I'm like, I pump the brakes and seeing this guy. I don't want his podcasting to ruin my image of him.
Yeah.
Like, because there are some that I find funnier doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Theo Von's one of them.
Oh,
Theo
great
Von,
podcast.
Yeah, like, I love him, just hearing him talk. Like, but the thing is, he's one of those guys that are naturally just funny. That's why he makes everyone laugh all the time, just off the cuff. Like shit that he does.
Yeah.
But when he's on stage, obviously on stage, it's more of a performance, right? Like you're putting on a performance.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So it's like Theo Von being shackled down by like a performance.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like as him as podcasts.
Yeah.
But there are some people that just shouldn't podcast.
Us.
Andrew Schultz is one of them. Like, geez.
Yeah. I think
he's got an ego on him anyway.
The other one who I didn't think I'd ever like his stand up. But actually, no, I really starting to like him is John Davidson. But either you love him or you hate him. Is the thing, eh? Like, yeah.
Man, we're giving people some names tonight.
Yeah, but like his last special on Netflix was real good, and his one before that was actually quite good as well. So, yeah, I quite like him, eh? And actually, I really like him in movies and shit, movies and TV. Like Bubkiss was fucking brilliant. I enjoyed that so much.
I was thinking about that the other day. I want to rewatch that.
But that movie they did loosely based on his life. You know, where he's like, my father died in 9/11, now my mother.
The King of Staten Island.
That was a great movie, man.
I literally watched that yesterday.
Did you?
No shit. You showed on my. Yeah.
Yeah.
I torrented it.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I torrented it, and because I wanted to just, instead of having a streaming site, I just wanted to watch it on my own time.
Yeah,
so I can show you, I can blur it to you. Like, I watched it while I was waiting for UFC 300 to download.
Yeah.
So I watched King of Staten Island again.
Yeah. It's a good flick.
Yeah, it went under the radar a bit, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And, I mean, at the time, he was kind of hated.
Yeah, I think
because of all the, like, he dated one of the Kardashians.
Because he pulls, man.
Yeah. But I think he's alright, you know. Like, I
think
his comedy's actually really good. I think he's getting really good at it. I like how you gave modern people and I gave like a few generations.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because like Adam Wright is like from this, like, was big in the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? And
so that's cool.
Yeah, I like that we pulled
expand your
areas.
comedy knowledge, man.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
because
totally.
like just when you think like, I think I know like the people that I like, and then boom, who's Patrice O'Neill? Boom, you've just expanded. I could trust me. Like if you, like, you know, because some of the boys are like, when I like say I'll give them a name, right, and they look up Louis C.K.
Yeah.
I'm like, this fat king of country, because I'll be on the phone with them.
You're like, you don't know, man.
I'm like, just trust me, like some. But when I say like Patrice O'Neill, they see a black guy, they're like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm just like, I'm always like, I don't think you'll start off with like Bill Burr, because Patrice is there's a league of his own. Like,
oh man, I still think that
he'll be right up there. He'll be a household name if he didn't die.
Yeah,
honestly, because he was just fine. He was just getting his straps, like, because he was on that roast. Who was William Shatner, right? The William Shatner roast.
He did a few.
The last one he did though.
Yeah, with William Shatner.
And that was the one where it was like,
Jeselnik.
And he's like, I don't even want to try and pronounce your
last name, you nothing.
You big nothing. Yeah. Like, I'm up here dying of diabetes and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then he died shortly after. Like that.
Yeah, it wasn't very long after. I love that bit in his fucking special where he's talking about like
Patrice O'Neill. We're talking about.
How he gets like, you know, how I found out I got diabetes is like, me and my girl, we're into water sports, and I'm pissing in her mouth, and she's like, your piss tastes like birthday cake. I think you need to get that checked.
Patrice O'Neill. Oh my God,
I love him so much.
Oh yeah, so in 2 weeks' time, you and I are going to a wedding.
Yeah, we are.
2 weeks' time,
it's an interesting one.
My cousin Tash, who is more like a sister to me,
and to me,
is getting married.
Yeah. So I've known Tash
and
fucking since kindergarten.
But you guys really became best mates at our top, right?
No, we were real tight. Even through primary school, I would go over for sleepovers.
Yeah.
At her place, and we would like rent movies and shit. And
the first time I ever had Domino's was with you and Tash.
Tash, yeah. Simpsons Marathon.
We went for a Simpsons Marathon. How old were we? Fucking 13?
Oh, maybe,
something like that, like 14. So our paths have crossed many ways, and Tash has been heavily involved. So in 2 weeks' time, we're going to go to a wedding. Yep. Now, you're going to be in charge of photography, right?
Yeah, so there's two people doing photography. So I'm doing photography. I think the other guy's actually doing video and photography. So that's quite cool. So we'll have a mix. So I've never shot a wedding, so I'm quite glad they have someone else as well. But she wants me to do all the family photos and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting, having never done that. I just hope we get good weather. Otherwise it's going to be pretty shit. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Haven't been to a wedding for a long time. I'm going to have to brush off the old suit.
Like, is there going to be speeches involved?
Not from me.
Well, put it this way. If there's going to be any sort of speeches, then I'm sorry, but you and I will be surely obligated. Who else is going to go up? Her best friend and her cousin, right? You take us out. You take us out of it. You can't get Nick to go up because he's the one that's getting married.
Oh, he'll say something anyway.
That leaves what? Without my a big chunk of the Nguyen family, a lot of them are not going, right?
Yeah.
That's purposely done.
Yeah.
Because this is our little thing within the family.
But also, a lot of them aren't in town.
But they're the ones that love their speeches, right?
Yeah.
So you take them out. Who's going to do a speech?
Yeah.
You and I will have to.
I just don't know what I'll say.
I just thought of this now. Because the speeches will be at Akbar where we're going to meet afterwards, right?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, so...
Put it this way, any sort of wedding that's got a Nguyen involved, the feed afterwards, we call it. Like, we're like, what's a reception? the feed afterwards.
Yeah. Is important?
Huh?
You just stopped mid-sentence.
I couldn't remember where I was going. The feed afterwards.
The feed afterwards.
Oh, yeah, no, the feed afterwards always involves fucking...
It's like you just stopped existing for a second there.
Yeah, it's like I saw a moth flying by and just went ADHD overdrive, whoa, look at that beautiful thing. But no, the feed afterwards, after a wedding, involves three things. Obviously the food.
Yeah. But
then there's the prayer beforehand.
Yeah.
And there's speeches and dancing, afterwards.
Yeah.
Right, but there's always speeches involved. But then I thought for a wedding like my cousin's, Tasha's.
Yeah.
If you take you and I out of it, who's going to be talking? Like, who else?
I have no idea.
Who else is going to get up there and be people like looking at us like, why aren't you guys?
Probably her dad.
I'm Tasha's third cousin.
Yeah.
I met her once.
Yeah.
You know, I just happened to be in town, so shot for the invite.
I would imagine Ken will get up and say something.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. He'll talk on behalf of Mum and Dad.
Yeah, Tasha's dad, my uncle, will do the prayer, which then sort of cancels him out of the whole speech thing, because the speech will turn into the prayer.
He won't want to anyway.
Nah.
He's not the type.
Fuck, we're going to have to do speeches, aren't we?
We're going to... I think we should anyway. I think we shouldn't really embarrass her, eh?
I feel like I'd rather if I got to the venue, like in 2 weeks' time, we get to the venue, and then it dawns on me then, it's just like someone like one of my aunties comes up to me like, looking forward to your fella's speech, or something like, what speech?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'd rather find out right there and then off the cuff me will come out like, actually, are you going to drink that night?
I don't know.
Because you can?
I don't know.
Can you have like...
I have not
can you
thought
have
this far
Can you
ahead.
have 6 for me?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, I just want to watch you drink it. You ain't doing it right, like slower.
I'll be doing something, put it that way.
Nah, that'd be cool, just seeing you like drink.
I mean, I can drink now, motherfucker, but like, I don't really want to.
I'm getting to a point I want to roll the dice.
Don't. Is it worth it? Nah.
We'll see in a few months.
Why don't you get some like 0% beers or something?
No, I miss like it's not
the taste you miss.
Like, first of all, if I'm drinking beers, like after the 5th or 6th one, like I don't want any more. Like,
yeah,
I better be tipsy. I better be tipsy or something by the time I'm done with beers. But like to just continuously drink this shit,
yeah,
and then not get drunk, it's like jerking off and not blowing your load.
Yeah,
it's no payoff.
Yeah.
Nah, it's stupid. No,
yeah.
But people underestimate how much I love me some drink. How I miss like. I'm not saying that I want to go on fucking benders all the fucking time. Yeah. But the fact is like if I wanted to have a drink, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, like, because there will come a point where I'll like say get back into comedy when I'm more healthy again.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's in bars, right? Like.
Yeah.
You know, even just having I'll just have like maybe 2 or 3, like little sneaky.
I think the best thing you can do is talk to your doctors.
I'll stick with weed and Ritalin for now.
Ritalin. What's the Simpsons song on that?
Oh, want you to play with my ding-a-ling.
No, the thing where they give Bart Ritalin for the first time, he sings a little song. He's like, I can't get if I don't have my Ritalin. Anyway, Morgan will know.
Yeah, I want to catch up with but fucking this whole like the last maybe weeks. Just like, when was the last time I was here? It was with Jamie Verney, right?
Yeah, like a week and a bit ago.
So that's got to be like that was a Tuesday, I want to say.
Oh, it might have been last Tuesday.
It was last Tuesday. Have I?
No. Oh.
Because I got out Wednesday.
Yeah.
I got out Wednesday, and next thing you know, it's like Tuesday next week. Like, the last 5 days have just been...
Yeah.
And then there will be the odd, like, day... Like, today was a mindfuck. So I have the odd day where... Or, like, evening where... I'm like, oh, I feel better now. Like so this Arvo. That's why, like, I hate to be that guy. It's more like... If you can do it, like, now...
Yeah.
That'll be great. Like, if you say as soon as you say I can't do tonight, then everything's up in the air now. Like,
yeah. That's why when you message today, I
don't know what I'll be like tomorrow. But there were times like where I'll do this and I'm feeling good, and I'll have every intention of catching. There's a few people on their list.
Yeah.
Right. But I'll get to like you down, or like maybe I'll go see Siobhan because I'm feeling. All of a sudden it's like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like, oh man, I feel good. Like, who's awake?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to anyone in 4 days, apart from the odd conversation with like Kiana.
Yeah.
And like Siobhan just lives down the road.
Yeah.
She partakes in smoking as well.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, cool, I'll go like see her tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Say hello to Jada because she lives with her. And then tomorrow I'm gonna like, I want to catch up with like Justin, Morgan, and T.
Yeah.
And I'll get to the next day, and
Inside
I'm fucked again.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, like, so I feel like I don't know. I think I'm coming out of that hospital hangover, and I think, I don't know, like, oh man, every time I've been in this situation, I'm like, you know, even like last year, that 7-week run I had, it took me right through to mid-December.
Yeah.
And like, I think I was like 5 comedy shows deep by then. Like, been to 5 different gigs as like member of the audience, and I was just like, you know, like starting to get cocky with it.
Yeah.
Not cocky with it, like it's like, fuck yeah, I won.
Yeah.
Because they were all doing that at the hospital. Like, they're so like stoked. They're like, to this day, like I went in there last week to catch up with the same team. Yeah. So that same doctor that did all the breaking of the bad news, Dr. Coots. And like, he was doing a professional and shit, and just as he was about to leave, like, he slap you on the back. He's like, look at him.
Yeah.
Fucking cows. Fucking cows. God, he's a fucking miracle. And he's gone. Like, he doesn't say goodbye ever.
Yeah, yeah.
He would just say shit, and he's like, all right, and he'll just carry on. Like, it's a one-way, like, conversation. So, like, he was leaving, I could just hear him, like, fucking cows. Oh, fuck me. Can't believe he's here. He looks great. Like, I could hear him down the corridor, like... But they've done that before, and then look what's happened, you know? So I really am just like, let's wait 3 months since I've been discharged. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. And in 3 months' time, if I'm starting to like pick up speed, then I might have a Bacardi. Wait 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, cool, no crippling pain. Yeah. I have another Bacardi. Yeah, yeah. 2 bottles later. I guarantee you, bro, like if all this time, when was the last time I had a fucking drink? It was the very last week of February. Yeah. 2023. So what's that, a year and 2 months, like 14 months. Yeah. It's been 14 months since I had a drop of alcohol. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you if I like started drinking right now, I'd still be a motherfucking tank.
You reckon?
Fuck
nah, I reckon it'll be the other way.
My tolerance, like...
No, I reckon you'll have one and be gone.
Nah, because like right up until the death, like... Oh, bad thing to say. Right up to like the end of me drinking, like it was only like sporadic. It was only here and there. Every few months I'd have a drink.
Yeah, but this is a lot longer than a few months.
But then, but like after a few months I thought my tolerance would be better. Like when we'd drink here, like I was banging shit. Like I was, you know, I'd already drank that Bacardi bottle, like... Surprise myself every time. Yeah. I've always got like a high tolerance for it. Like I keep telling people, like it's from all the like drug abuse my whole life. Yeah. Like shooting it up in the sand pit. Get it in my veins. Yeah. Fucking mounting crayons on the heater and fucking putting it on my skin. Like.
Do you know what I was thinking about the other day? Is how... Do you remember when we were in primary school? Like, the number one currency in primary school was basketball cards, right? I was thinking about that the other day.
I had my Card Crazy. I still got my Card Crazy basketball like card folder.
I have no idea where mine is.
I found it when we were like... Because at my mum and dad's last house, there are boxes in the garage that they've had since the dairy. Yeah. Like, and and in my head, I was like, wait on, this is just like junk. Yeah. That mum doesn't want to let go. That's just been passed from house to house. Like, it's like 20 years old, that box. Yeah, yeah. So I started going through shit when dad died and we had to move mum into a smaller house. Yeah. And then I found my basketball cards, like... You're like, yeah. No, like, some of them I want to look up, like, because I know they'll value... Yeah. There's like 3 like big cards I have. One of them is a Shaquille O'Neal gold signature. Oh yeah, yeah. And his rookie season. Yeah. It's an upper deck card, and I've got it like on its own.
With a gold border.
Not the gold border one. No. This is his rookie. It's his rookie card, like gold signature rookie card though. Yeah, like,
it'll be worth a few bucks now.
I've got a Jason Kidd rookie card.
Yeah.
What's the third one? I can't remember what the third one. I can't remember the third one. Oh, it's an Alonzo Mourning. Like, oh, yeah. No, it's not. It's a Scottie Pippen. Oh, yeah. His rookie card. Like, rookie season card. Yeah. Like, they must be worth something.
Yeah. I had some great cards.
Let's say you had, like, you found them in this garage, right? And you were the same as me. You got 3 cards. Like, out of the 3 cards that I named, they're pretty up there cards, right? Let's say the value was, you'll get $1,500 for the 3 of them. Yeah. Would you sell them?
No.
Not enough, eh?
Nah, I'd hold on to them longer.
And who am I to stick my nose over $1,500? But like,
I know, right?
Is it worth? Like, is it really worth? Like, just keep them.
Actually, you know what?
Not as an investment, just be like, it's more bragging rights. Like, haha, I got the Jason Kidd.
No, actually, you know what? I would sell them.
Would you?
Yeah, because we're going to pay for Sophie's Japan trip next year.
Man, kid's going to
and
Japan.
3 cards worth $1,500 will pay for the whole trip.
So what year would she be at school next year?
So she's year 11 at the moment.
So it's the year 12 trip.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a mixed year trip because they do it every other year. Man. So the year 11s next year will be going too.
Do you know how special you had, like, special circumstances that have had to be to, like, go to high school? When we were back in the days when you and I were going to high school,
yeah,
like to go overseas for something representing your school,
yeah,
will have to be something pretty up there. Like, usually sports related, to be fair.
Usually sports. This is for language.
But, like, this is, like, they didn't have that when I was at, we didn't have, we had, like, going to camps, like,
yeah.
Like, what, like, Forest Lakes.
Yeah.
But to go to Japan?
So, when I was
how much is that going to set you guys back?
$5,000 plus spending money.
$5,000 for the trip plus spending money.
Yep.
How's the yen doing right now? Is it neck and neck?
I have no idea.
And there was a point in time where the yen was terrible. Like, y'all would have been balling.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
Now it's like NZD and same. Oh, yeah. So like, okay. And how long have you guys got to pay the $5,000?
A year.
A year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do some fundraising. So there's a few ideas I've got.
Yeah, get the puppies. Make more babies.
Yeah, we thought if she has another litter, that will help, definitely.
Yeah, man. Like, people... Well, it was $2,000 a pop, right?
A little bit less than that, but yeah.
$1,800 a pop?
Yeah.
For minimal work?
Well, for us, yeah, but for her... we have to... Yeah. It's like, do we want to put our dog at risk for having another litter or not?
One litter could have that shit paid for.
But also it could mean... Yeah, it might, but like, say the last litter, she only had 3 puppies, for example. So...
How many times has she given birth?
3 times.
Oh, poor bitch, I didn't know that.
See what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, do we want her to suffer?
That changes the whole game.
And that's not fair.
I don't think it was fair after 2, to be...
Yeah.
Y'all went 3 times?
Yeah. I mean, Jen's given birth 4 times.
Milking that kid. Yeah, but Jen's uterus is not the size of a walnut.
That's true.
I don't actually know, but...
man,
that's... Okay, maybe we're going to wash a lot of cars.
Yeah, well, we're going to do some things like the lottery thing where you buy a $2
The lottery thing is the go-to for
100%.
Both Maldives and Polynesians.
Yep.
Our whole family, because it's just a foolproof system.
Oh, it is, yeah, it works.
Yeah, like everyone does it for fundraisers.
Yep, totally.
It's a quick flip.
Yeah. I have said I could do photography for people at like $50 a pop. So if people want family portraits, I'll do them for $50. Do you know what I mean? So that could help.
Would you consider a Dylan Stewart OnlyFans page?
I think I would lose money on that.
That'd be fucking... I can show you how to, get some traffic your way and...
Do that for the fucking podcast, cunt.
Yeah, who am I kidding? I don't need energy for that.
Dick's out.
Oh, God.
Sophie said she wants to get a job. She's actually been asking to get a job even before this came up.
Oh, Japan. That's cool.
So, yeah, she's like, if I get a job... And we're like, well, how about this? How about you get a job and the money you make is your spending money, sort of thing.
When did you leave? When did you leave high school?
When I graduated.
Like, so you went right through to 7th form?
Yeah.
Year 13, sorry.
2002. I did. Yeah, loved it. If I could do 2002 over again, I fucking would. I had a ball.
My last year was 2004, so
yeah,
the last year was the best.
Oh, I had such a good time. I played cards every day at school.
I kind of came out of my shell in 2004.
Yeah.
It was my last year of high school, but I in year 12 at Boys High, I passed bursary, like year 13.
Oh yeah.
In year 12. And so at the end of the year 12, I just started I don't know, because it was all so sports mad, right? But over the course of time, my group of people, my mates were at Freiburg. They happened to be a year younger than,
Yeah.
So at the end of year 12, I, instead of going. I wasn't ready to start. I was only finding like the whole party scene and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to like, I don't know, move to Christchurch to fucking University of Canterbury for a journalism degree. I didn't want to go to Massey. I didn't want to work. Didn't want to go flatting.
Yeah.
I was like, so I went to Freiburg like for no reason. I think that's what Dad like. I lost a lot of like brownie points. Dad was like, "Why are you going? You've already passed."
Yeah.
And I pretty much was like, I just want a year like to have fun.
Yeah.
But still keep my like, you know, what was it, the sporting side up.
Yep.
But the thing is, like, most of the people in the basketball team actually a lot of them went to Freiburg.
Yeah.
So I went to Freiburg for my last year.
Yeah.
And so I've been at an all boys school the whole time. And I get to my last year, I went to a co-ed school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a blast.
You're like, oh my god, I don't have to suck dick anymore.
no, like my arsehole was getting really sore. Like,
the farts are coming out silent.
I was like, one more year of this shit, like, fuck bursary, my ass hurts.
Every time I fart, it just goes.
I'm just gonna go get an apprenticeship. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But no, so my last year was fun, man. But technically, I finished in 03. I could have finished. But yeah, looking back at it now, like, I was so money driven.
Yeah.
And that's not like a selfish thing. It's because like I had counter early.
Yeah.
You know, I had to grow up real quick.
Yeah.
So like I was very money driven. So even before that, like I was like, I don't know if I want to write for a living. So like when I tell people I had a scholarship lined up at University of Canterbury.
Yeah.
And you didn't take it, I was like, no, I wasn't ready in life.
Yeah.
And then I didn't take it. I got into like music and I was a DJ and I played hacky sack and
real winning stuff, eh?
Nah, like good shit, like cool fun stuff, man. Like because I was writing for the Manawatu Standard when I was still at high school.
Yeah.
Meeting all these like, you know, like my most memorable out of all the like just meeting all the Kiwi celebrities and stuff. Yeah. And Kiwi band, like, it was more like doing reviews for the standards, so like going to like concerts and stuff. And out of all the artists, like pretty much all the like the New Zealand famous people at the time. But like Brooke Fraser was by far my meeting Brooke Fraser and hanging out with her.
Yeah.
That was, but that was actually 2000 and my bad. That was 2003.
Yeah, that's when New Zealand music was at its hottest, eh?
2003.
Like it was pumping. I remember going to the TUI Awards, and I think it was 2003. It might have.
Did you actually go to them?
Yeah.
Yo.
And the lead singer from the Feelers, what's his name?
Come on, little baby.
Turned up, drunk as fuck.
Hey.
And then like the guys from Z turned up with pizza, like they got out of their limo eating pizza and shit, like with a Pizza Hut box each. And we're like, fuck, those dudes are cool. And then we met Elemento P, and that was really awesome.
So what year was this?
I think 03, but it might have been 02.
03 was when was Verona out by then?
Yep.
03.
Yeah.
02, 03.
And the big bands at the time were Z.
Z was huge.
Elemento P.
Elemento P was huge.
Good Shit.
Good Shit was
We're
huge.
probably the biggest bands in the country. Nesian Mystic.
Nesian Mystic was I thought we were just talking bands, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
Nesian Mystic was huge.
Well, then, like, music overall, like, Nesian Mystic were huge, man.
Yeah, they were huge. And Catchify was really catching on. They were really lighting it up.
Catch a fire, catching a blaze.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Oh, jeez. Oh, Cheryl, calm down.
Do you know where they got the name Catch a Fire from?
I would imagine something to do with dope. Oh, no. Isn't it one of Bob Marley's albums?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I did know that.
Yeah, nice.
I actually still listen to that album too. Catchify's first album, not the Bob Marley one. Yeah. I listen to quite a lot still. It's a fucking good album.
I've got like some of the songs on my most played list. There's a couple of Cora songs on there, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember seeing them live at Uni Games.
Yeah.
At the start of 08.
Yeah.
So Cora was huge, like, and seeing them live, they were awesome.
Yeah. There's been some great New Zealand bands. There's been some pretty shit ones too. What was that? Oh, sorry. Before we go off New Zealand music, what was that band, New Zealand music band? Misfits of Science?
Yeah.
They were your big fucking... You love them, eh?
Yeah, they were huge.
They came up on TikTok.
They fucked up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen Radio NZ or RNZ Music on Facebook? They have all these like 8-minute like little mini documentaries of all the New Zealand artists, like every like New Zealand artist, and Misfits of Science was 04.
Yeah.
And I meeting them like because I had the backstage passes of the Bruce Mobile hookup tour. And I won't like name all the people that were there that I got to meet, but I can tell you one thing I did. It was I pissed off DJ Severe.
Oh yeah.
I made him angry.
Yeah.
I sat on his hat, and I can tell you now, like
that's a faux pas.
Yeah, because I sat right on the like that.
Yeah.
And it was I can tell you now, it was a fitted New Era New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Yellow like colorway Knicks like. Fucking New Era. Oh my god. And I sat on it.
Yeah.
Because David Dallas was sitting there and I was kind of talking to him, but I was standing like I just met you, I don't want to be standing over you talking, so you find common ground. Like I'll sit, so while I'm mid-convo I went to go, but I was so I'm like, he was talking and I'm like, in my head I'm like, you're David fucking Dallas.
Yeah.
You know who the fuck you are, David? Like, yeah, bro. Like, and then, like, went and sat down. I was just, like, couldn't break eye contact. He's a handsome motherfucker, too. and then I was like, yeah, and I sat next to him, and then it was all you hear, whoa, 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 whoa. And I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I felt like a couple of hands on me, like, stand up, bro. Like, you're on his hat. You're on the bro's hat. And then I'm the one that picked it out under my ass.
Yeah.
And I gave it a flick. And then by then, he was standing. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He smiled. I was like, oh, good. But, like,
he was pissed off.
Oh, yeah, I sat on his fitted.
Yeah, fair enough.
He would have bought it especially for the show, probably.
Speaking of streetwear, this is a good segue. Did you watch that video I sent you the other day of Triple H buying sneakers?
Oh, I did, yeah.
I fucking fell down the rabbit hole of that whole channel. And I ended up watching, like, all the WWE people they had on it, like Seth Rollins and shit.
Do you know what I love about those segments? Like, you get found out if you don't know much about shoes.
Yeah.
But then just come forward and say, I don't really know much. But
Triple H did. He's like...
Yeah, like that was the impressive thing. But when you know your shit, I was like, Triple H knows about sneaks?
Yeah.
Just like, after hearing him talk for like not even that long, like, oh, he's a sneakerhead.
The Seth Rollins one is impressive because he really knows his stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of... I don't think they were WWE people. I think they were just like random, like celebrities or something.
Yeah.
And you know, they do the interview with them and they were just really like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's 3 stripes of Adidas.
Yeah.
Like they're just trying to bluff their...
That's how I would be there.
No, just say like, I actually, hands up, don't know much about shoes, teach me. Like, what do you think?
That's what I would have to do.
Yeah, just do that.
If I was ever on that show and they're interviewing me and they're like, right, would you like to pick some shoes? I'd be like, well, I bought my assistant Calvin.
Fuck yeah.
And also, I would be so embarrassed because they'll be like, so what sort of shoes do you want? I'll be like, do you have Vans? I like Vans. And they'll be like, no.
They'll look at me like, you came with this guy? Like, fuck, bro, we had...
But the most amazing one was, so I watched a Triple H one and he spent like 87 or so, like over $8,000 on shoes in one go, right? I'm like, wow. Then I watched the Seth Rollins one and he spent even more because he bought shirts and everything.
Have you seen Justin Timberlake's one?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And then I was like, oh, Justin Timberlake, fuck, I love him. And then I watched that one, and it's like $21,000. But this is how I know. Okay, so there's people in the world who are rich.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's people who are wealthy.
Yeah.
Right, so rich people is like Brian Tamaki, as much as he's a cunt, is rich.
Yeah.
But Justin Timberlake is wealthy. And the difference being is that as someone, the equivalent of Brian Tamaki, I don't know, fucking someone who's got like $3 or $4 million rolling around, will go and be like, oh yeah, I just dropped $8,000 on shoes. Here's my credit card, put it on that. Right? Justin Timberlake, you notice what he did when he went to go pay? He turned to a dude and looked at him like, is this kosher? Like, have I got $21,000? And they were like, you could see they answered instantly like, yeah,
I got this.
You're good. And he's like, okay, puts his card in. Do you know what I mean? And then that's how you fucking know you're wealthy. You go around everywhere with a dude who handles your money for you. Do you know what I mean? And you turn to him like, do I have... It's like those things where you, like Eminem, like they interview Eminem and they're like, when you found wealth, what was the first big thing you bought? He's like, honestly, I've never really bought anything that big apart from my house. Do you know what I mean? He's like, I have to ask people if I'm allowed to buy things. That's when you know you've got that much money, when they're like, do I have this much? It's like, yeah, motherfucker. Because rich people know how much they got. Wealthy people don't. Because they're like, there's so much money, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Money's nothing. And to walk in and buy $21,000
man. You kidding me?
shoes
like,
was insane.
I've bought 4 pairs of shoes in one day in one mall, 3 from one shop, 1 for another. So when I bought 3 pairs of kicks from Foot Locker, in Mannix Mall, 3 pairs like that, and then I walked over to the Nike store, and it was in Dressmart. For people that don't know Dressmart, like imagine the
only hung at Dressmart.
So Dressmart is basically the size of the plaza.
Yeah.
But it's more like narrow, and it's got like more levels. It's got like 3 levels to it. But it's a whole mall is like an outlet mall.
Yeah.
So it's every store you'll see in the plaza, but every store is an outlet store. So I went to the Nike outlet store, and it's just all like unorganized bullshit, like random boxes, random shoes.
Yeah.
And I found these fucking Jordan 12s, my size, and they were way underpriced.
Yeah.
So I had to get them, and so I'm like walking to the car with 4 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I just got my first bonus check.
And you thought you were the business, eh?
Yeah, I thought I was not that, but I did feel like, it was more like, it's a bit excessive.
Yeah.
You know, that was what I was thinking. But I got this bonus check, my first bonus check from insurance.
Yeah.
And I bought a car as well. Bought a Mercedes.
You're lying.
Yeah, I earned that shit. Fuck it.
And then you watched Justin Timberlake drop 21 grand on shoes.
He dropped 21K.
He's probably never going to wear.
Well, like, he was educated on his picks. He knew his picks.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I don't know, like, sneakers have always been my thing. Like, I recently, plus I do a lot of online shopping, bro.
Yeah.
And do a lot of online gambling. And the more that I win, the more that I buy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like my income I didn't have 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
And I found myself on the Kmart website.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were, like the house needed more towels.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah, fair call.
But every time I go to buy towels, I'm like, $15 per
towel.
And I was like, wait, because I don't know, like it's the last time I bought towels, dude. Like it's been years and years since. So I was completely naive to like how much towels were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't find a towel under $10 in this town.
Yeah.
Is that how much towels are? And I just couldn't bring myself to paying like $12 or more for a good towel.
Yeah.
Kmart had this flash sale where it was fucking how much? It was cheap as fuck, dude.
Like $8 or
no. It was like 4 to 6.
Yeah.
Let's call it even 5.
Okay.
$5, and I was just like, boom, like.
Yeah.
So I bought I think I bought 10 of them.
Yeah.
For the house, and then it's like, this much more. If you spend this much more, you get free delivery.
Yeah. And
delivery was a bit of a motherfucker. I think it was like $20 or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, and then. I'm like, so I went so I basically had the virtual Kmart experience.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how people won't shut the fuck up about Kmart? It's been open for how many years now? We get it. Yeah. They're amazing. We get it. They sell everything. Like, so when I went onto the website, like through the shop of Kmart.
Yeah.
I was like, I hit that bug. I'm like, it's kind of like when I used to go into Uncle Bill's, and I'm going there specifically to get a new dog collar for the dog.
Yeah.
And some shoe polish.
Yeah, yeah.
And some
the random shit.
Yeah, and some tape.
Yeah.
And you get to the counter $83. How did I spend? Because there's so many things to buy. 99 cents sold of caramel popcorn.
Yeah, that's it. Eh? You're like, oh, I've never seen this tomato sauce before.
Me and the ex-missus was a smoker, so we're both smokers, right? So it's like, you can even have enough butt buckets. Like I think we ended up buying half a dozen of them, just round everywhere, in the shed and stuff. And I feel like Kmart's the same thing. Like I started oh yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
And it got to $240, right? But one of the things I got was this massive it's like a stand-up wardrobe kind of thing, but it's just open face for your it's got cubby holes and shelves.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, so, like, I've got, like, just a handful of hats because all the rest got stolen, remember? Like, there's... I was sort of looking back at my, like, I was like, wait on, I've got, like, 12 pairs of, like, sneakers.
Yeah.
Like, in this, display thing. And I've got 16 hats. And I got the fedoras on top. And I thought that will solve my space problem. I've got a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shoes.
Yeah. And the shoes you wear aren't small. Like, they're big, like...
Yeah, because I wear mids and highs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... So, I made it a thing to wear my oldest shoes that I have out of the lot.
Nice. That's nice.
I got these in 2014.
Oh, yeah.
Red suede. Have lasted this long, 10 years.
Wow.
But they're faded as fuck.
Yeah.
But to drop 22 large in sneakers...
That's impressive, eh?
Man, I need to start buying some crypto.
Fucking... Either that or do some dancing like Justin Timberlake, make some money.
Well, you've touched on this a few times while I've been in the hospital, like getting out of the hospital, about poker, getting back into poker again.
Oh, yeah.
And one of my, a long-lost poker friend of mine, like, from way, way back in the day, like, we just randomly started talking again last week.
Oh, nice.
You know how life just gets in the way, like, you
totally.
stop talking.
100%.
Next thing you know, it's been how many years? And then, he's starting to, because now he lives in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have, like, even pub poker to go to. So he can't get and back in the day, what we used to do, like, at my old house, I'm talking about 2010, like, we would, it would just be him and I at home, like, we'd just hook up the laptop to the TV in the lounge.
Yeah.
And fucking wireless mouse. And just like marijuana and snacks and pizza delivery.
Sure.
And all night just playing like high stakes like poker on the TV.
Yeah.
And like the last time I did that was with him, because then shortly after our friend and my mate that played poker died.
Yeah.
And I said, legit, I haven't played since Bub died.
Yeah.
And it's like talking to him about poker again.
Yeah.
Poker hands and stuff. Like I miss playing poker.
You got the
man.
For it.
Yeah, well, I miss playing poker. Like, I started, like, getting... My tournament play was getting really good, like...
Yeah.
And then it just stopped playing, like... Because that's... Man, if...
That's a motivator to get your health up, though, eh?
Yeah, because everything goes back to, like saying, doing comedy and stuff, like...
Yeah.
Like, I thought about it, like, objectively about a week ago, about all the time I've had since last March...
Yeah.
Till now, like... The amount of time I've had of like hospital, even at home, even now, like. But for me, if I can't foresee when I'm gonna do comedy again, like, it's not any time soon. Like, I can't seem to write, like, because my heart's not in it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know 100% if I'm gonna do comedy again, and I know that's such a cop out, bro. Like, and I call myself a writer as well. Like,
I totally get it, because you're not writing for anything. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like I should still be writing. Like, you should still write.
Yeah.
Anyone who does comedy should like find it within themselves to find some way to write something.
Oh yeah, and that's what I've been doing.
I should be doing that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, but that's how I naturally feel. Like I can't get my heart's not in it. But then if you say like give it another maybe month, right?
Yeah.
In a month's time, where I'm like, I'm actually kind of. You notice I've messaged you every day this week? You're like, yeah, like, I've been up every day. I've slept every night.
Yeah.
It's like, and then I'll be on Facebook and there'll be like, say, an open mic in a week and a half time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I reckon I could do that.
Yeah.
Now I'd want to start writing.
Yeah.
That moment.
That's when the motivation
Until then,
comes.
because then it's like, there's a lot of energy involved with like living, man. Like,
oh, yeah, totally.
I've got to prioritize my shit. So, right now, but then, and like I said, in a month's time, if I'm feeling good, that's what I'm hoping for. I know, like, subject to change.
Yeah.
Cards subject to change, but in a month's time, if I'm feeling good and like feel like I can do it, then I'd want to start writing.
Yeah.
And so until then, I'm kind of drifting. Every time I have some sort of like, oh, I could do this, or I could do that, or I want to do this, it's kind of like fleeting.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, yeah, but dude, you know. It's cool to have like dreams and things you want to do, but don't sleep on what you still have to do here.
Yeah, totally.
You got to ground yourself all the time.
Yeah.
But by grounding yourself, sometimes it's like you're already sort of like, I'm the same as you. Like regardless of how good or bad things are in life, I reckon this roller coaster we're on mental health wise, it's kind of a pre-laid track.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of what's going on around you. You know, so and for me, I've been like kind of a bit low.
Yeah.
Like, and then I have to like anything that gives me a bit of hope or a bit of like something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I get in my own way, and I'm like, well, don't get your hopes up. You still got to get through this, and it brings me back to I got to do this.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
So, do you think you'll be better off if you had, for lack of a better term, like deadlines? Like, there's a stick in the sand. Like, in other words, like. So it's like, we'll use comedy for example, because I don't know poker as well. So like, if I said to you, hey bro, I've actually booked a gig for us on the 15th of May.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, nah, that won't, like, I got to wait until...
The 14th of May.
No, like, I'd say, my thing would be like, that'll be cool. Like, but I can't, right now, if I don't feel like I can do it now, then I can't tell you what I'm going to be like at that time. So for me, it's a no. Okay. Every time it's a no. I can't do that. Like,
but then if you knew it was there, do you think that would motivate you to not just write? But like, okay.
Or it could be like a marathon runner seeing the ticket like the finish line, like, and they'll give you the added like.
The editing.
Because I remember at the end of every cross country throughout high school, like it'll just be hell. But then you see the finish line and you just start like you start running. You find this like second win.
Yeah.
Once I start feeling better, it's like, okay, now, okay, what's the next thing I want to...
The other reason I say that is because, like...
But I don't know when that's going to be.
With stand-up, maybe it's different with poker, I don't know, but like with stand-up...
Nah, it'll be all the same.
You can't just sort of be like, you know what, I feel good today, I'm going to go do a gig.
Nah, I would need to like... But knowing my health, like, it's not going to be like, I'm 100% today.
Yeah.
Nah, it's going to be... But I'm going to know when I'm like, I'm feeling 2% better today.
Yeah.
5% better today, like, because like I said, all I've got is all the time in the world to think about shit. So I'm constantly like self-analyzing. What am I feeling? What am I going through? Because there's nothing else to fucking think about half the fucking time. But then, so until that day, like that streak comes, not days, like, because I have my up and down days, like, you know, yourself. But if I like go for the next month without anything physically related, like, you know. They don't have to have improved, but just to stay out of that fucking hospital for a month, for another month. How long have I been out now? 3 weeks? A week. 2 weeks.
A week and a bit.
Let's go 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And give it another. So that'll be 6. If I wait another 4 more weeks, that'll be 6 weeks without any sort of incident. Plus my energy levels are up. Like that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
If I'm getting better sleep, if I'm more energetic day by day, like leaving the house more.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably like come to you, and I'd definitely come to Morgan and Justin, be like man, I want to get back into comedy, and then I'll give myself another like month.
Yeah.
But knowing.
So once you got that consistency.
Yeah. So after that 6 weeks, I'll be like, I'm ready to come back.
Yeah.
Like, and I've now got 4 weeks, but the next 4 weeks I know exactly where I'm going now. I've got like reason to get up every day, like, and I reckon. Because I know that I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, maybe that's why I've even had open conversation with you about comedy. Like, maybe that has had its run in my life. Maybe like it's done its due course, because like I don't have that. I was waiting for that bug to come back, and never really did. I missed it, but I think it's because of the whole, like, I can't really think of anything exciting in the future.
Yeah.
Like, even like talking about my cousin's wedding, but that's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I reckon I'll be sweet in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But that's still at 80%.
Yeah.
I've RSVP'd, by the way, bring a plate home if I don't go.
What's a big doggy bag?
But like fucking comedy, like nah, because I don't want to. Here's the thing, my goal is to do 12 months straight of comedy.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah. So 12 gigs once a month? Is that what you
like just to do comedy like without any sort of sickness for a year.
I see.
Because I've never done it. Because when I started October 2019, it went from that through to March 2020, and then it was lockdown, and then it was patchy after lockdown.
Yeah.
But then so then I had that first break was the lockdown period, but then I did it for like another 6 to 9 months, and then like the car crash shit happened, and then I had another like 18 months off.
Yeah.
Then I came back in July 2022.
Yep.
And I went from July to December 2022.
Yeah.
Won that award, and a week later, dropped dead.
Yeah.
Like, so like I've never done like longer than a year. Like that'd be cool. So I take that quite serious. I don't want to come back for like 2-3 weeks or 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Like, you can count on me now. I'm part of back on the team.
Yeah.
And then I get sick again, because then I'll feel like a letdown. Like, oh, like now every time I come back, it'll be like the boy who cried wolf. Like, oh no, I'm feeling a lot better now. Like better. And then if I fuck up again, so I want to make sure, you know. So I reckon by the time I know where I'm, like, I can actually do like a normal like sleep schedule and stuff. Yeah. Pain's a bit down.
Cool.
Like if I'm like I said, if I'm messaging my tight like circle of friends and family every day, because I think you've mentioned that once in an episode where, like, you know, when I know you're doing well,
is when I hear from you. Yeah.
Like you'll hear most days, like it's like, oh, that's the third day in a row I've heard from Coles.
Yeah.
Like day 4.
And like hear from you in an engaging way, not just like a
like, that makes more sense.
Here's a meme, you know what I mean? Like hear from you in terms of a conversation.
Sometimes I'm replying to people's like conversation, and then they're talking back, but after maybe 2 or 3 replies max, I can't do it anymore. I'm just like, and I'm mad at myself. I'm like, no, now I got the bro started in a conversation. Like I don't want to abruptly leave, but I don't. So like I don't know, but I think once I know when I'm, because I know that's missing. There's other things like the gym and stuff, but until then,
we'll get there,
but like, if I'm, let's say in the perfect world, then if I come back in a few months' time, maybe we should come back at the same time.
Could be.
And we get Nathan to come up as well. He can come back.
I don't know if he wants to anymore.
Nah, has he?
I think the bug has left him.
Because he is out of the circle too. Because you're still, even though you've left the Comedy Hub for a hiatus, like you're still like amongst it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm still around everyone and shit like that.
But if you move to fucking Hamilton...
Different story.
Nah, if you move to Gore, where you know nobody...
Yeah.
And after 2 years of working in a government job in Gore...
Oh, yum.
Do you want to do comedy? Like, I haven't laughed in 2 years.
I've just cried. Constantly.
I just cry constantly. My keyboard keys are sticky.
Not from the crying.
Not from the crying. It's R. Kelly's... Oh yeah, do you know all them motherfuckers are out now? So R. Kelly's out.
Yeah, OJ's dead.
Yeah, you know, you got off lightly, and fucking Bill Cosby only served like 2 months.
His was health, wasn't it? His health got him out.
Yeah, but then he was just like, remember he announced like, now that I'm out, like him and his team are thinking about doing a world comedy tour.
I don't think it's happened though.
It has. I hope not. I was just like, what? You just got off of cause they found like, because every country, their judicial system's different, right? Like, totally. There's no universal rule.
America's struggled to do a world tour.
America's like judicial system so fucked up that they found a loophole.
Yeah. Some
loophole and got Cosby off. Kelly, like, that's gone under the radar. Kelly, he's got so many charges of like, you know, all that nasty shit. So like I wonder why he must have been an informant. I reckon he snitched. I reckon he did. Like he would have like spilled the beans on P. Diddy or something.
Yeah, I mean they'll have big lawyers and shit who knows how to plea.
What the fuck? How did like the shit that they didn't even go to jail. They went to soft cushy jail for a few months.
Yeah, I mean, especially Bill Cosby
especially if it's proven.
Yeah. But like,
crazy, bro.
I don't condone anything Bill Cosby did. Don't condone it. I hate it. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But if he were to do a show and work out on stage, and the first thing he says is, "Does anybody want a drink?" I would fucking lose it.
Oh, what if he turned like late night Cosby? Like
no. Like he does a world tour. He's here in New Zealand. You're at the show. You're at fucking
because
whatever, TSB Arena or something.
OG Cosby would never say that, right?
No, and the first thing he does is walk out, and he just doesn't say anything. Just like, "Does anybody want a drink?" I'll be like, "Oh shit! Oh, that's funny." I don't condone what you did, but that's some funny shit.
And then, imagine if he turned like real dirty mouthed. Like he's like, "Fuck it."
Like broke his own rules.
Yeah, broke his own rules.
He's like, "So I'm raping some bitch."
So like, if he did a world tour, right? Because like New Zealand went through a phase where they had all the big names come. Because I think it was the tidal wave after the pandemic. COVID, like just a tidal wave of people, right?
Yeah.
If Bill Cosby came to town, like, would you consider going?
100%.
I would go. Like,
I would go out
for the dramas, man. Again, like, I don't. What's gonna go down? Like, is there gonna be a picket line? Like,
yeah, 100% there would be. Again, and I want to say this really clearly. I don't condone anything he did. Disgusting, horrible, and the disappointment of who he was and what he did is shocking. Like, very, very painful to see.
Yes.
And I feel for everyone who went through it.
Of course.
But I would have to see what he does.
Yeah, of course.
It's just you know what
buying
it is.
Buying a ticket to a show doesn't like mean that
as much as I don't want to line his pocket, I gotta see what he did.
My thing is, like, you're guilty as fuck and you're still touring you got balls, man. Like, I want to go for the dramas.
That's it. I want to go for the drama.
Bill Cosby. Right. Yeah, but for people like him and R. Kelly, like, how do they R. Kelly, like, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
He's like, here's the thing, like, Andrew Schultz talked about it in his special.
Yeah.
Cat Williams has talked about it as well, the whole like Michael Jackson thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, so for me, I don't know what this says about. I think this answers my, like, when people are like, "Do you think Michael did it?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Now, I used to be, I grew up on rap and R&B, right? R. Kelly was amongst the thick of it.
Totally.
Right.
Yep.
But ever since of what went down with that dude, anytime you won't find him on my Spotify.
Oh,
anytime I heard an R. Kelly song, I would cringe.
Yeah.
Like, something like, because the songs are real sexual, right? But it's just like, oh, yuck, dude. Because I know what you're into now. Like, yuck. Now, with Michael Jackson, like, it hasn't stopped me from because I think because some can be, it's only when you listen to, like, it's a Cat Williams one is ferocious, and his is on the Pimp Chronicles. So if you look at Cat Williams, it's the one wearing the green velvet suit, and it's called the Fuck Michael bit. He's like, fuck Michael, and he just goes and blah 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 blah, fuck Michael, blah blah blah. He does like a few like 5 tags in a row, long-winded tags of like, fuck Michael, like, because no one was saying that shit, like, he's guilty as fuck, like, people were scared to, but for whatever reason, like, I must not think he's guilty, because I can listen to MJ all day, every day, twice on Sunday, but like R. Kelly, anytime I even hear his voice, I'm like, ugh, dude.
I think the thing with Michael Jackson was, it happened, there were so many instances of, like, accusation that turned out to be so false. Do you know what I mean? It made people really question what was real and what was not. And also, like,
I don't think we'll ever know, right?
No, I don't think we'll ever know. But, like, a dude, like, okay, I can give you an example, right?
Yeah, I want to. I feel like.
So I
want you to keep digging, though.
I listened to an interview the other day of Seth Rollins, right? And he was what are you lost?
My vape. Oh, carry on. No, carry on.
He was talking about how they're like, oh, what's it like to have The Rock back? And he was like, oh, the dude has an aura, he has a presence, he is the most electrifying man in entertainment and all that sort of thing. Like, just to be around him is electrifying and all that sort of thing. But then he was talking about, like, and, like, Seth Rollins was like, I thought I was Big Cheese, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the world heavyweight champion, I've got a crew who travel with me, of a trainer and all that sort of thing. He's like, I got 4 or 5 people that go with me everywhere. He's like,
I got a big ass bus.
Yeah, I got a big bus. I got 4 or 5 people coming with me. He's like, The Rock comes with a minimum of 50 people. There's usually 60 dudes, ladies and gentlemen around him, who are just full time.
His entourage.
Yeah, his entourage, and all they do is look after business for him. Yeah. So he's got like 3 or 4 dudes that look after his tequila company that go with him all over. He's got 3 or 4 dudes that look after his skincare company. And you know what I mean? So he's got all these people, and then he's got like his trainers, his wardrobe people, his PR people, and all that sort of shit. I don't know about that, but like people that go with him are like 60 deep. You're telling me that's The Rock, right? Michael Jackson, at minimum, would have 20 people around him all the time. Business people, music coaches, hanger-oners, brothers, sisters, fucking home
chimpanzees,
the people who look after his monkey, maids, butlers, everyone.
Tito.
He'll be constantly surrounded by people, right?
Chris Tucker.
You're telling me that no one saw nothing. You know what I mean? Like, surely if they were like, if one of the staff members like, I think something bad's going on here, they would have said something. Or they would have testified. Or they would have spoken up or something. But for all those people, like, no, it was all legit. The boy slept in a different room. The girl slept in a different room. Michael slept in his room alone. Do you know what I mean? Where he has security around him all the time. You know, the house is monitored constantly. Yeah, it makes it real hard. Then you have people like Macaulay Culkin come forward. And he's like, nah, that was not Michael. That's not what he was like. He was never like that to me. Perfect friend, you know what I mean? Never put a foot out of place and all that sort of shit. I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
Did you ever like R. Kelly?
I loved his song Remix.
That Ignition song, remix?
Yeah.
Man, that came out when I was
That was a great song.
Yeah. That was when I had cornrows and an afro, man.
Yeah, I like that. Everyone liked I Believe I Can Fly, but I think I liked it more because the movie it was attached to.
Mama rolling that body. Yeah, like now every time I hear like, you know, like Bump and Grind's one of his all-time greatest ballads, right?
Yeah.
And it's right at, do you know the song? Like,
not really. I wasn't a fan of it.
So right at the start, like, it's like, my mind's telling me no.
Yeah.
Like, but my body, that's like,
yuck.
My body, like and I'm like, no. And then you go to the next song, it's like, I'm fucking you tonight. I'm like, I search for R. Kelly, all songs delete. I'm like, I'm done. But Michael Jackson, shit.
See, I don't think I have, like, on my main playlist, I don't know if I have Michael Jackson.
To this day, like, randomly, if I've just met you and I don't know, there's a lull in conversation, I'll be like, hey, random question for you. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Yeah.
Everyone has one. And
yeah, totally.
I ask so many people that, and I got to say, like, the most common answer I get, Billie Jean.
No, mine's Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, that's up there.
I love that song.
Like, but Billie Jean is one I hear the most. Sometimes when people say Billie Jean, I'm like, I get it. So my favorite, I beatbox that beat all the time, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm always just like, ask me, and they go, do you have one? I'm like, yeah. When I tell people mine, like, leave me alone, like,
yeah. You're like, from Moonwalker? And you're like, no, it was a whole song and off an album, dick.
Yeah.
Actually, Smooth Criminal was like right up there as well.
I had the game on the Sega Master System.
Yeah, I've got the game.
Yeah, man.
It's on my computer. I've got the game.
Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah, I've been playing. I actually been playing a lot of old video games lately.
Like, you got emulators?
Yeah, I got PS1 and PS2, so I've been playing a few PS2 games lately.
Man, that's childhood right there.
Medal of Honor Frontline was my favourite game on PS2, so I've just been smashing that. I just finished that in the weekend.
Hey, you said that with confidence, man. Like, because this PS2 pound for pound has more titles than any console, right? PS2? That's a lot. Because shout out to Antonio Tomario if you want to see someone who cuts keys like a boss. Go to Mr. Minute.
Yeah.
He's the one that looks like me, kind of.
Yeah.
But he has like
He's got a whole gaming
He's got a game collection that will just fuck your mind up. Like, it's got every console and like triple, all different colorways of every when I say every console, like every console that's like a household name. Sort of thing. And he's got like games so with the PS2, he's got so many PS2 games, like, to the point where it made me realize, like, fuck, I didn't realize how deep the PS2 like library was, but it was around for a while, the PS2.
Yeah, they had some stellar games on PS2.
Fuck yeah, like, going from PS1 to PS2 was mind-blowing.
It was. The graphics were
it was all about the graphics. The graphics were like insane level. Like, I remember going from like PS1 like basketball games to playing like NBA Street.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind, and then like the graphics, like, and then it's when like there were games that had bullet time.
Yeah.
Like Jackie Chan, G-Unit.
Also, there were games you'd play like Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 on PlayStation 1. And then you went and played San Andreas.
Then he played San Andreas.
And it wasn't that the graphics were amazing on San Andreas. It was the fact that you had this immersed open world that was interactive.
It wasn't a bird's eye view of a map.
No, it was like this interactive world where you had to eat and sleep to be healthy. You had to exercise. And
it was like what Sims should have been.
Yeah. And it was like, what do you mean if I use too many cheats, I can't finish the game? You know, it was like, if you use too many cheats in this, like they told you will not finish the game. Like, you will die. You will fail at this one task every time. And so you're always like, I had this piece of paper with all the cheats on it, right? and it had tally marks on it. And every time I had to use a cheat, I would tally mark it. And so when I got to one before the limit, I was like, that's it, no more cheats.
What's your Mount Rushmore of gaming consoles?
Of gaming consoles?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good question. Of gaming consoles.
Yeah, we haven't done a Rushmore. Games. We haven't done a Rushmore for a while.
Okay, yeah, all right. I think PS2 is number one.
That's your number one?
100%. Because I could still play PS1 games on it, but I could watch DVDs, and that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can go to my room and watch a movie on this.
My Video Easy game came up after that because I was hiring DVDs after that.
That upped the ante.
Upped the ante. I'm watching DVD. I can skip and record.
And the controller shakes.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is the business. So PS2, Sega.
Sega what?
Sega with Alex the Kid.
Master
System.
Sega Master System 2.
Yep.
And it's Alex Kidd, not Alex.
I know. Yeah, I know.
So Sega Master System 2.
Totally.
That's number 2. Nice. Do you want to give a little shout out to why Sega Master System 2 got second? Why is it second?
It's just the memories. That was the first console we had.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, like I got it real late too. Yeah, having that built-in game was a game changer. Yeah. Because you could play it on day one.
Yeah, and it was a deep game too.
Yep.
Okay.
So PlayStation 2, Sega Master System 2.
Yep.
Probably PlayStation 4.
PS4.
And then probably... Fuck it, PS1. Oh, wait. No, Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, Super Nintendo was so much fun. You had that weird controller. That was the first joystick controller. You know, the games were unreal. It was so good. Yeah, but PlayStation 2 I think was the best. My favourite games some of my favourite games of all time have been on PS2. Ratchet and Clank. Battlefield 2 was one of my favourite games. Because you could start off as one visit, like, you know, in those like war games, you can be like, oh, you're either a rifleman, an engineer, a this or a that. You could change midway through, like you would see another, like computer generated player, and you could warp into them. So you could fight till you're out of ammo, and then warp into someone else and fight as them.
So PS2. Sega Master System 2,
Sega Master System
PS3,
2. No, PS4,
and
then
PS1.
Yeah,
it's a lot of. There's 3 of your 4 is PlayStation.
No, Super Nintendo was the last one.
Okay,
Super Nintendo. Yeah.
Here's the thing: I've got 4 clear cut winners. I'm trying to figure out the order. So, so the only way to do it, like, I found myself doing it in like timeline order.
Oh yeah. Let's do no order. Just name the 4. No order's needed.
I'll go in timeline order. Then.
Okay, good.
So 4th, like Sega Master System 2.
Yep, totally. With Alex Kidd.
Alex Kidd.
Alex the Kid, yeah.
Alex, no.
He was Alex and he was the kid.
Sega Master System 2.
Yeah.
N64. PS2. Dreamcast.
Wow, Dreamcast.
Dreamcast is my number 1. Because like, even though I grew up with, I was on, like, I got Sega Master System 2 really early. I'm talking when I was like motherfucking 6 or something, or 5.
Yeah.
But I had it right up until Form 1.
Yeah.
So I went from Sega Master System 2 to N64. And when when I was like Form 1, what was that, 97?
Yeah.
That was when there was a kind of like a 3-horse race between PlayStation, N64, and Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn kind of dropped off real quick.
Yeah.
And it's down to like PlayStation and Nintendo. And I was hiring both. You know how you, like, when you hire a console and it comes in that black briefcase?
Yes.
So I was doing that with like both consoles, right? And PlayStation, like it was all about Gran Turismo 2, right? Obviously Joe Lombo Rugby was in there, but Gran Turismo came out.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah, but like one thing that couldn't help was it's infamous for its loading time. How long it would load.
Yeah.
And like with Nintendo, there was no loading because it's cartridges, right? And in my like fucking 11-year-old brain, 10-year-old brain, I was thinking PlayStation 32-bit, Nintendo 64-bit.
Yeah.
PlayStation has loading. Nintendo has no loading.
Yeah.
Double the graphics are twice as good and no loading.
Yeah.
Seemed like a no-brainer. So I got a Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like early 2000s. I'm like, I'm on the wrong boat.
Yeah.
I got a PS1 after that. And yeah, so but the Dreamcast, I got flukishly. So like this is when Time Zone first opened. So me and Tash used to go into Time Zone, right?
Yeah.
They just opened, so it was real popular. They had like all these mean games in there. They got some good fighting games in there too. And I had this like childhood friend, like he was like moving to London.
Yeah.
So we went to like, I hadn't seen him in ages. And then like, you know, him and my mum and his mum were talking.
Yeah.
And like she was like, yeah, we're trying to get rid of a lot of things. We can't take many things with us.
Yeah.
And then like she's like, can't take that with us, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, so like make an offer, like $100, like done. And like my mate had a Dreamcast with like a boot disc.
Oh yeah.
So then like he had like 2 CD wallets full of burnt games, but it was all the games in Time Zone.
Yeah, wow.
I had I had, not only did I have, you know, Time Crisis, the OG one with the red and the blue
Hell
gun.
yes.
I
with
had,
the pedal.
So I had Time Crisis.
Fuck, I love that game.
Because there was like a Sega Saturn title.
Yeah.
But I had that, but I had House of the Dead.
Yeah.
I had like, House of the Dead, so like, I had all the Crazy Taxis, Crazy Taxi 1 and 2. I had both Daytonas.
Yeah.
I like every game, but I also had all like like Capcom vs SNK, Marvel vs Capcom 2, like all the fighting games. I had everything there was and then some.
Yeah.
But I just felt like this console's in the wrong house. Like, how the fuck do I have? And the boys could not believe it. They were coming around and were like playing like Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament.
That was the first game I played.
That fucking Unreal Tournament.
That was the first game I ever played on Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
So my cousin Maddie was a massive gamer, like a console gamer. Like he always got consoles as soon as they came out, right? And I got another story to tell you. And then when it came out in Japan, he ordered one from Japan. So I remember going over and everything was in Japanese, but like he had to like...
You didn't need language.
He went from like the plug to a converter to the wall. Do you know what I mean? Like he had to have all this shit to make it work. Yeah. And that was the first game we played. And I was blown away.
Good memories.
Absolutely blown away. I'll tell you another story. Is the first time I ever played PlayStation 1 or even saw it was...
The original PlayStation.
The original big box.
With the chimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Was... I'm in intermediate. My cousin Aaron calls me. And he goes, bro, Dad's going to start a business where he rents out PlayStations to people. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And he'll go to their house and set it up for them. And then, like, he'll have a games catalog. I was like, cool. I was like, oh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. I was like, when you get one, you have to let me know. So, anyway, he rang me a few weeks later. He's like, we got the first one. I was like, oh, shit, yeah. So I remember going over and, like, I remember they had the demo discs.
Demo disc, yeah.
With a dinosaur that walked.
Spyro?
It might have had Spyro, I can't remember. All I remember is I had this graphic of a Tyrannosaurus Rex walking, and you could make him do things like bite and roar and run and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I was just blown away by it. I was like, this is amazing. This is the best
so that was the first game you ever played?
It was the first time I experienced a PlayStation. And then so my Uncle Mark has set it up in like the end bedroom on this little TV. And we filled it with mattresses and shit. Yeah, and just played it all night. All fucking night. And no memory cards. And we were just blowing it. We're like, this is the greatest thing of all time.
Yep.
And but the business never took off. Because like Video Easy would, did it. And anyway, fucking.
I've got an Unreal Tournament story for you.
Yeah.
And it involves one of our listeners.
Well, let's do that and then we'll wrap this up because this has gone real long.
He was, I knew him from poker. His name's John Greenwood. He owns a business here in town. And I went to his house and he was like, we'll talk about our past. Because he's in his, I think, late 40s, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, talking about how he was on the cover of PC World.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, fuck off, bae.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, because he just like proved me when he said to me, I'm an ex-world judo champion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck off, cunt.
Yeah.
Straight away, I was like, fuck off, like. And then he was.
Yeah.
So I just got over that hurdle, And then when he's like, yeah, I was on the cover of PC World. I was like, fuck off, you were.
Yeah.
Turns out he was he was a professional gamer touring Europe, like backpacking through Europe. He was the number one Unreal tournament player in Europe.
Wow.
And this is way back in the early 2000s. And I'm like, so pro gaming goes way back to then. He's like, yeah.
It goes even before that.
Like, because now,
now it's an esport.
Esports is huge, right? So that's my thing. I was like, oh, so this has been around for ages. And I was like, and he started talking, and then I just laughed. I was like, can I just shut you up for a sec, John? Like, you're on the cover of PC fucking World.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck.
And if you didn't grow up in the era of magazines like PC World, PlayStation Magazine, and all that sort of shit, gamer magazines, that was a big fucking deal.
That was a big deal. Like, so every Saturday we'll go supermarket shopping to Food Town.
Oh, yeah.
The one attached to the food court.
Yeah.
And man, I'll go straight to the magazine section, go to to all the cheat codes.
Yep.
I'll look for
Yes.
And I'm like, I got that game.
Yeah.
At home, and it's immediately, because you're in the station area, right? Like, you get a pen, paper, write down codes.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Or maps. They would have maps.
Fuck yeah, I found out, so many cool codes, for Sega, Master System 2. There was even, so when I found out years later, and people still think this is a myth, but it's not, to restart an Alex Kidd.
Oh yeah, I know up.
Yeah, and you just mash the buttons, right? And it goes ding, and you get 3 lives and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
There's one for another. I think it's my favorite Sega Master System 2 game of all time. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh yeah.
And that's a big game. There's a lot of levels, right?
Yes.
There's a cheat for that, to go to level select.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Because my brother, when he started playing, he couldn't get to the scrambled egg stage, which is right at the end, and it's all those tubes.
Yeah.
He wanted to get to that stage because there was a photo of that stage on the back of the box. He's like, I want to play on that stage. I'm like, you got to get to the last level. So there's a hack, so you have it in controller 2, and you're doing the whole. Yeah. Holding the same sort of combination. Yeah. And while you're holding it, you got to take it out of 2 and put it into 1 when the Sega logo disappears. Oh, okay. And then it goes to the main title screen, and it goes to a level select screen. Ah. So that was from magazines. Yeah. Magazines were lifeline.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They were everything, man.
Yeah.
For gaming, especially we just had magazines, and when I'd go into Food Town and get my free bread bun. They used to give away free bread buns.
Yeah, the little slightly burnt ones.
Yeah, and there was you notice back in the day there was a lot of sample things. Yeah. You could nearly have a 2-course meal going around a supermarket. There's nothing now. Yeah. It's all, what is it, food hygiene, safety? Is that why there's no sausage sizzles anymore? Yeah. They used to be one of the, because back when Keanu was little, and I was working grind 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and it'll get to a Saturday, which was errands day. Yeah. Everywhere you went, there was a sausage sizzle. Yeah. Warehouse, Mad Butcher, every supermarket, and you walk out and it's just fuck everyone sausage sizzle. They're all gone now. Yeah. They're gone forever.
Bunnings, I think, is the only place that you see.
Do they still do them?
I think so. Sorry, just going back to the PC World thing. Yeah. My other favourite thing was you would get a demo disc. Yeah. Full of games. Yeah. It was just a free way to get some games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you jam those demo discs hard sometimes, eh?
I remember we had one, and it was, and I actually played it. I actually found the game and downloaded and played the whole thing. And it was Indiana Jones desktop game. But it was real basic graphics. It was from a top down.
Was it from Sega Master System 2?
No, it was PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I always wanted to play that game again, and I downloaded it again a month or 2 ago, and I fucking finished it in one go because I didn't realise it was so fucking easy. And I'm like, uninstall. But yeah, good times. I remember I had World of Warcraft. Sorry, no, it wasn't World of Warcraft then. It was just Warcraft 2, and I had the demo disc, and you could play 4 levels as either orc or human, and I fucking played that over and over and over again. Blake Stone was another one I had, and Duke Nukem. I had a Duke
Nukem. Oh shit!
Yeah, from 3D Realms.
You can see some fucking. You can see some 8-bit titty.
Yeah, and you'd give them money and they'll take off the top and shake their boobs with tassels on it.
Yeah, man.
And then you would always shoot them with a shotgun so they exploded.
Yeah, 100%. After they showed their titties, you're like, boom.
Yeah.
That was just.
He always said something real crude afterwards.
Yeah. Duke Nukem and Doom were kind of like they came out. They were popular around the same time, eh?
Well, Doom was really clever because they had it. Like you could download it off their website for free. The demo. Like, you could go direct to the manufacturer and they'll be like, yeah, here's a free copy you can play. And then it was so good, you're like, the other thing about Doom that was really clever was it was so easy to, like, it was one of the first games where they're like, if you get 6 guys, or girls, together with their PCs, you could hook them all up and you can all play Doom. You know what I mean?
Is there a game on either console or arcade that you are unbeatable at?
Nah, I suck at video games. I'm honestly the worst.
Oh, for real?
I'm terrible. Like, my other favourite game growing up was Tekken 3. I love Tekken 3.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm so bad at it.
Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, I am the worst video gamer. I play a lot of video games and I'm terrible.
Okay.
I'm really fucking bad at them.
I've fallen off the grid like since when PS3 came out. It was pretty much as soon as that came out. Like I didn't game anymore. Like Keanu was here by then.
Yeah, fair.
I was all about work, so I stopped like everything. But all I did was video game. Like growing up, man. That's all I.
Actually, one of my favorite games ever was on PS3.
But there is one game that I can confidently say, even though it's some like old game.
Yeah.
Because I grew up playing Street Fighter, right?
Sure.
And I used to be pretty much. I was really good growing up, but like now, man, people do that shit professionally now. I got friends that they put in hours, man. I'm like, nah. But there is one game I'll bet myself to beat anyone 10 times out of 10.
Which is?
Daytona USA advanced level.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I reckon.
Yeah. I tell you what, the only game I'm actually really fucking good at is 2 games. One of them is Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing, nice.
Yeah, on PlayStation 1 or 2 they had Nitro, Crash Team Racing Nitro. I'm real fucking good at that. And then the original, not the original, actually the N64 version of Mario Kart.
Nice.
I was really fucking good at that.
Yeah.
I still am. I've played it since.
In
fact, I've been playing Crash Team Nitro. Well, I finished. I got the PlayStation 1 one, which is the original CTR. And I've already finished that. And now I'm doing Nitro.
Nice.
Yeah. It usually doesn't take me much to finish a fucking race either. Like, get all the trophies and shit.
Just going back to what we were saying before, bro, you know how we will talk about with our mental health?
Oh, yeah.
It's a pre-made track in some ways.
Yes.
Are you on the up? Or are you still...
I'm coming up.
So you're on the ascension.
Yeah, so like the weekend just been and the week before it was really bad.
A dip.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm sort of on the
You're
up.
on the up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I feed off that positive shit. Like,
yeah.
I haven't responded to 90% of people that have messaged me, but like I see the messages.
Yeah.
And they're very uplifting, man. Like seeing other people do cool shit. Because there's been the odd person like, oh, I wouldn't want to drink in front of you. Like, no, I want to like I feed off of that.
You want the vibe.
Yeah, I want the vibe. Like energy. It's just like have one for me, man.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
It's so just hearing people doing well, like it could be something simple like I smashed it at work today.
Yeah.
Or I made I
did smash it at work today.
I made a mean pasta tonight.
Yeah.
Like little things, man. They're uplifting. I find positivity and everything,
good,
man. I'm trying to draw from everything I possibly can. So hearing that you're on the up, that's cool. Stephen Wright, John Pennant, and for me it was Andrew Schultz, Shane Gillies, and Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, I love Patrice.
Expand your comedic mind, man. Those are our YouTube picks of the week.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so like.
So don't jump.
Don't jump. YouTube. Don't jump.
Enjoy YouTube.
Enjoy some YouTube.
There's a lot of bullshit out there.
Did you yank it out? Did you yank it out?
No, it's still going.
Oh, I thought that was the sound thing, but that's a lighter. I had no idea.
That'd be awesome.
You know, I can't even see you because you're the same colour as your couch. Apart from if you were wearing long sleeves, I would not be able to see you.
I'm wearing pajamas too.
Are you?
Pajama pants.
Cool.
I finished work and I'm like, I'm cold, so I put these on to be comfortable.
Man.
I'm going to blast a hot shower and go to bed, I think.
Alright. See you at the end of the roller coaster.
Yeah, don't jump in front. Enjoy your time.
YouTube that shit.